6:45 a.m. This is the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The news, edited by J. Yogaraj and read by Mario Vijayawardena. The headlines. The Prime Minister assures a comprehensive development plan for the Batticaloa district. An online service to provide digital certificates of general exams will commence from today through the online system of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Effective measures have been taken to provide the Agrahara insurance to the state employees in a systematic manner. The government to conduct only one school term test per year from 2024. Sri Lanka to launch Climate Justice Forum at the COP28. The deadline for applying for the interest-free student loans introduced by the Education Ministry ends today. The launch of the book titled Kurundi Vihara Vangsha will be held this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. at the Sambuddha Jayanti Centre at Tibirigasyaya. There is a significant increase in tourist arrivals these days. Health officials warn over the rapidly spreading diseases among children. In news overseas, Pakistan passenger train derails killing 30. In sports news, soccer, Arsenal beat Man City in Community Shield shootout. Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena states that steps will be taken to immediately compile a 2-year long-term comprehensive development plan for the Batticaloa district. Gunawardena emphasized that necessary measures will be taken to prepare the relevant development plan aiming at various sectors including agriculture, livestock and fisheries. He urged all the communities as well as the public servants to extend their fullest cooperation for the speedy implementation of the development plan. Speaking at the Batticaloa district program of the National Integration Participatory Development Program, Alutratak, the Prime Minister further mentioned that appropriate measures will be sought in order to solve the issues that have arisen in the agricultural sector and that the government has paid special attention to providing all the necessary facilities for that purpose. The Minister of Education, Susil Premajayantha, says that a decision has been taken to conduct only one school term test for the entire year from grade 1 and above commencing from 2024. Commenting on the matter, the Minister mentions that measures will also be taken to provide the children with one textbook per school term in order to reduce the excessive weight of the students' school bags while protecting their physical health. Premajayantha mentioned that the decision to limit the number of school term tests to only one was also taken in view of this purpose. Meanwhile, he emphasizes that if this program is possibly achieved, an assessment will be held at the end of each lesson or module, and the records of the marks scored by the students will be computerized and added to the marks obtained at the year-end exam. The Minister explained that initially 70% of the marks will be given by the final exam, while the remaining 30% will be given with the marks obtained at the module assessments. Gradually, the percentage will be brought up to a range of 50%, he added. In addition, he emphasizes that once this system is established, it will be mandatory for the students to attend school, stay in the classes and complete the tasks every day so that there will be no space or requirement for school children to attend tuition classes. Sri Lanka will launch the Climate Justice Forum CJF for the vulnerable and developing countries at the 28th meeting of the Conference of the Parties COP28 at the upcoming 2023 UN Climate Change Conference, the Minister of Environment Nasir Ahmed states. Speaking further, the Minister said that Sri Lanka has proposed the establishment of a CJF with the common objective of ensuring greater climate justice and accelerating the financing of losses and damages and providing an alternative and non-traditional approach, the President's media division reports. Meanwhile, the Ministry of Environment, in collaboration with the United Nations Environment Programme, will host the 5th Forum of Ministers and Environment Authorities of Asia Pacific, the 5th AP Forum, which will take place from the 3rd to the 6th of October 2023 in Colombo. The forum will provide a platform for governments, intergovernmental organizations and other stakeholders to discuss and prioritize environmental issues in the Asia Pacific region, the Minister mentions. Furthermore, attention has been paid to the development of the Dambulla and Hirivadduna ecotourism sites as ecotourism destinations, it added. This news broadcast comes to you from the Sri Lanka Broadcasting Corporation. The online service to provide digital certificates of general exams will commence from today through the online system of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Those who pass a GCE O-level and GCE advanced level of the year 2001 and above can apply for the digital certificates through this system. Further details could be obtained from the website www.certificate.donets.lk. That's www.certificate.donets.lk. The launch of the book titled Kurundi Vihara Vangsha, published by the Nugegoda Sarasavi Book Publishers, will be held this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. at the Sambuddha Jayanti Centre at Timbirigasiyaya under the patronage of the Mahanayaka of the Amarapura Chapter Most Venerable Karagudu Uyangoda Maitri Thera. Meanwhile, the Pulasti Pura book exhibition will commence today at the Tamanankadua Divisional Secretariat. The exhibition will be held till the 13th of this month. The exhibition will be open for the public from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. at the Good Market premises near the Polonnaruwa Hospital. Many other programs organised in line with this exhibition. The Sri Lanka Insurance Board says effective measures have been taken to provide the Agrahara insurance to the state employees in a systematic manner. The chairman of the board, Attorney-at-Law Sagalabe Vikrama, says the process will take about 2 months to finalise and recommence the insurance scheme. Around 1,500 letters and applications are received daily with regard to the Agrahara insurance scheme, the chairman added. State employees are advised to avoid sending incomplete application forms. There is a significant increase in tourist arrivals these days. The State Minister, Diana Gamage, emphasises the importance of assuring the protection of foreign tourists and to provide the necessary facilities for them. Tourist arrivals will increase further if the relevant infrastructure and other facilities are improved, she says. The State Minister made these remarks while participating at a programme at the SLBC. She further said that tourist arrivals dropped drastically last year due to the Aragalaya and other disturbances. However, the country has returned to normalcy and the performance of the tourism sector in the recent past is commendable. The first Kumbal Perahera of the annual Asala Perahera of the Udarat Dalada Maligava will parade the streets on the 21st of this month. The Kumbal Perahera will parade the streets from the 22nd to the 25th of this month. The 2nd and 3rd and 4th Randoli Perahera will parade the streets on the 27th, 28th, of this month respectively.
The main news story is brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
The deadline for applying for the interest-free student loans introduced by the Education Ministry will end today. The main objective of this exercise is to provide interest-free loans to the qualified students to carry out their further studies without any hindrance. Students who pass the 2019, 2020 and 2021 GCE advanced level examinations are eligible to apply for this loan scheme. More details are available at www.studentloans.mohe.gov.lk.
The main news story was brought to you by Siddhalepa Vedamahatmya.
Watch Life is brought to you by
CIB Janajaya Vasana. Unbelievable discounts and offers throughout August from CIB Janajaya Vasana. Come today itself.
Health officials warn that several diseases are rapidly spreading among children with the prevailing dry weather conditions in the island. Dr. Deepal Pereira, specialist doctor at the Lady Ridgeway Children's Hospital in Colombo, states that conditions such as dehydration are common within children these days. Therefore, Dr. Pereira also recommends that children should be provided with more liquids during these days. Furthermore, the specialist doctor claimed that the diseases like diarrhea can also spread widely among children with the prevailing dry weather conditions.
CIB Janajaya Vasana. Unbelievable discounts and offers throughout August from CIB Janajaya Vasana. Come today itself.
And now in world news headlines. The elderly caned at Kenya's PCEA Tagoto Care Home for the Aged. Pakistan passenger train derails, killing 30. Israeli security forces kill 3 Palestinians in the West Bank. Vulnerable residents at an elderly care home near Nairobi, Kenya's capital, have been mistreated and neglected, a BBC Africa Eye investigation has revealed. Secret filming shows staff members physically mistreating residents, dumping food directly onto tables without any plates, and leaving medical conditions untreated. The undercover footage shows that moments before, 3 staff dressed in purple uniforms surround an old woman by a metal gate flanked by sheets of corrugated iron at the perimeter of the home's garden. At least 30 people have been killed and 100 injured when a train derailed in southern Pakistan, a police spokesman has confirmed. Several carriages of the Hazara Express overturned near Sahara railway station in Navsaba, about 275 kilometers from the largest city, Karachi. Wounded passengers were moved to nearby hospitals. Rescue teams are trying to free people from the twisted wreckage. Accidents on Pakistan's antiquated railway system are not uncommon. Israeli security forces say they have killed 3 alleged Palestinian militants in the north of the occupied West Bank near the Jenin refugee camp. The camp was the focus of a major military operation last month. It marks a further escalation in a wave of violence over the weekend. On Friday, armed Jewish settlers attacked a Palestinian village where a young Palestinian man was shot dead, while an Israeli security guard was killed in an attack in Tel Aviv. And now the main points of the world news segment once again. Elderly caned at Kenya's PCEA Togoto care home for the aged. Pakistan passenger train derails, killing 30. Israeli security forces killed 3 Palestinians in the West Bank. That was world news.
Development News is brought to you by
Vacancies for women from Desha, Sri Lanka for housemaids in Kuwait, Oman and Saudi Arabia for ages 23 to 58 years. Contact number 037 7500 500.
Creating automobile history, Ideal Motors will be launching Sri Lanka's first electric car Moksha to the market in November 2023. The mentor behind this historic project, chairman of Ideal Motors, Nalin Velgama, says that Ideal Moksha is fitted with a 22.46 kWh lithium battery that provides a range of up to 200 kilometers on a single charge by plugging into a 15-amp domestic charger overnight.
Vacancies for women from Desha, Sri Lanka for housekeepers, home cooks, caretakers and home nurses in Kuwait, Oman, Saudi Arabia and Singapore for ages 23 to 57 years. Salary starting from 156,000 rupees. Interviews with foreign agents are now on. Come whether you have a passport or not. Branches, Colombo, Kurunagala, Anuradhapura and Matara. Contact number 037 500 500.
And now in sports news, in soccer Women's World Cup, Australia's all-time leading scorer Sam Kerr is set to make her first appearance of the 2023 Women's World Cup in Monday's last 16 tie against Denmark in Sydney. The Matildas captain and Chelsea forward did not play in the 3 group games because of a calf injury. To see her back with her boots on and touching the ball and be with the team in training, it was a very good feeling for her, the players and me, head coach Tony Gustafsson says. In men's soccer, Arsenal gave their hopes of beating Manchester City to the Premier League title a psychological boost as they defeated Pep Guardiola's side on penalties to win the Community Shield. After a largely forgettable 70 minutes in the season curtain raiser, Cole Palmer looked to have won it for City when the substitute curled home a stunning strike, but Leandro Trossard equalized in the 101st minute when his shot deflected into the back of the net. In local news, in tennis, Royal College will be hoping to retain the EFC Pereira Challenge Trophy for another year when they take on traditional rival St. Thomas's College in the annual tennis encounter on the 12th of August at Royal's newly constructed P. Nagendran Tennis Complex at the Reed Avenue, commencing at 8 a.m. This trophy was donated by D.L. Senivaratna, an old royalist and a former president of the Sri Lanka Tennis Association, in memory of EFC Pereira, who was a teacher at Royal College for 20 years and thereafter a teacher at St. Thomas's for a further 18 years.
Go ekak thiyana youth eකට life එකේ change එකට නියමෙට set වෙන්න ඇස් වහගෙන දැන් පුහින හැබැයි කරන්න youth එකට නියමෙට set වෙන friendship එක මෙන්න.
The all new NSB Ithru Mithru account, NSB IAM, a plan for your dream.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
The Pan Asia Banking Corporation PLC for the 6-month period ending on the 30th of June 2023 reported a pre-tax profit of 1,516 million rupees, which is a 206% increase compared to the corresponding period last year. The bank's post-tax profit has increased by 179% to 926 million rupees in 2023, the first half from 332 million rupees in 2022. In the first H, due to the overall excellence, the interest income for 2023 1H rose by 73% due to the increased market lending rates that prevailed during the period under review compared to 2022 1H and the repricing effect of facilities in response to the market conditions.
Business News, sponsored by National Savings Bank, the safest place for your money.
Go ekak tiyana youth ekata life ekේ change ekata niyameta set wenna as wahagena dakapu hina habe karanna youth ekata niyameta set wenna friendship ekata menna.
The all-new NSB Ithru account, NSB IM, a plan for your dream.
In economic news, in line with its long-standing commitment to environmental sustainability, Aiken Spence Hotels announces the expansion of Heriton's Kandalamer's biodiversity forest oasis. This significant enhancement, which comes as a result of 48 million rupees investment, sees an additional 13 acres of land added to the conservation forest area, which now spans 211 acres, creating a secure forest bridge within the existing Forest Department nature reserves.
Weather report.
The Met Department says several spells of light showers will occur in the western and Sabaragama provinces and in the Gala, Matara, Mahanduwara and Nuwara Elia districts. Showers or thundershowers may occur at a few places in the eastern and Uva provinces during the evening or night. Mainly fair weather will prevail elsewhere over the island. The general public is kindly requested to take adequate precautions to minimize damages caused by temporary localized strong winds and lightning during the thunder showers. This weather report was issued at 4:30 a.m. Further details could be obtained by visiting the official website of the department. That was the weather report. And now the headlines of this news broadcast once again. The Prime Minister assures comprehensive development plans for the Batikalo district. An online service to provide digital certificates of general exams will commence from today through the online system of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Effective measures have been taken to provide the Agrahar insurance to the state employees in a systematic manner. The government to conduct only one school term test per year from 2024. Sri Lanka to launch Climate Justice Forum at COP28. The deadline for applying for the interest-free student loans introduced by the Education Ministry ends today. The launch of the book titled Kurundi Vihara Vangsha will be held this afternoon at 3:30 p.m. at the Sambuddha Jayanti Centre at Timirgasiyaya. There is a significant increase in tourist arrivals these days. Health officials warn over the rapidly spreading diseases among children. In news overseas, Pakistan passenger train derails, killing 30. In sports news, soccer, Arsenal beat Manchester City in Community Shield shootout. That concludes this news broadcast.